In today's concept, you're going to learn about the dynamic web pages. So let us have the overview of what is a dynamic web page and how it will be made, how we are going to construct the dynamic web page in HTML. Let us see one by one. Basically, let me begin with the concept of what is the difference between a static and a dynamic. So far, whatever you have learned in HTML, we have learned regarding various tags that we use in our HTML, right? But now we want to add certain features to our HTML pages, which will be acting as dynamic. Fine? Dynamic in the sense the changes will be applicable on the runtime. Whatever the changes you want to see, you want to make it visible onto the web page. Dynamic in the sense without any physical interaction of the user, it will be on its own making certain changes on the web page. That is called as a dynamic. Let us see one after the other. So basically, what is meant by a dynamic web page? Most web applications are a collection of both static and dynamic web pages. So in today's term, whatever the websites and web applications you're seeing, it's the combination of both the static and dynamic web pages. Few of them will be in need of the dynamic web applications. Okay, the pages will be developed with the use of the dynamic web pages into it, and few of them will be with the help of the static availability into it. Next, let us differentiate between the static web page and the dynamic. Static is nothing but it's a simple HTML page that will be consisting of CSS into it. Okay, CSS stands for cascading style sheets. Few of the JavaScript concepts that will be hosted onto the web server. So the combination of CSS and the JavaScript together is forming a normal or a simple HTML page that is nothing but your static web page. So when a visitor is visiting to a static web page, they will be sending the request. Okay. So by clicking upon the request, the browser will be bookmarking them and it will be forwarding it to the server. The server will be sending back the request to the browser, okay, without modifying the final content of the pages. So what happens here is, let me show you the interaction between the browser and the web server. Here in the first step, you see there will be HTTP request will be sent. Yes, in the step one, what you're seeing, HTTP request will be sent from the browser. Okay, browser will be sending the request to the server, and server, if at all the request is available at the server, it will be fetching back the response to the browser without any modifications, direct modifications onto the web applications. It will be directly forwarding the page to the browser. So this is the interaction of the browser and the server on the static web page. Now, what is a dynamic web page then? So dynamic web page displays different content for different users. For example, I'll take a general example for you. If at all you are doing online shoppings and all, if at all you might have visited any of the shopping portals, okay, like Swiggy is there, Zomato is there, Amazon is there. So when you visit, each time you will be notifying a different image that is circulating or highlighting whatever the offers are booming there, right? So those are nothing but dynamic interactions between the web application to the user. So what happens here is the content will be different to the different users. That is the usage of the dynamic web page. So what happens here is, while retaining the same layout and the design, such pages usually written in the CGI, Ajax, ASP, ASP.NET. So it will be using all those kind of settings for displaying the dynamic web pages. And they are frequently implemented to show information that changes frequently. For example, weather forecasting, stock markets and all, pricings of the stocks and all. So which is dynamically changing. Okay, we will be using those languages for displaying the dynamic web pages. Now, moreover, dynamic pages usually contain application programs for different services, and they will be requiring server-side resources like database. Example, If at all you're filling any online application or purchasing any of the goods online. So what happens when you are interacting with the browser and the server, certain actions will be taken. So those actions will be helping us to interact with the server and even the database. Whatever you are inputting the data, that will be stored at the database. So here major resource of the at the server side is your database, that is withholding all the data with it. So a database allows the page creator to separate the websites designed from the content to be displayed to the user. So what happens here is the database will be fetching all the information from the user and it will be displaying for as and when required by the user. So once they upload the content into the database, it is retrieved by the website in response to the user's request. So you can see here how there is an interaction between the browser and the web server. Initially, HTTP request will be sent from the browser, okay? And browser will be sending the request to the server. What does this server do? It will collect the request and it will be calling the application program. Suppose example, you want to reserve an online ticket.